There's a move called Higi Gatame. It's palm heel press. It's one of the two ite motions that Taika does, and it's where you attack the palm of the hand and the nerves and the tendons in the wrist. Now, I've heard people describe it different ways, but when you're doing it in a fast action, like one of the videos I had out a while back, it's hard to do a lot of technical things in a real fast time when somebody's pushing. So he's pushing at me, fast and pushing. No, faster, not, yeah, go quicker push. It's hard to catch his hand in that speed. You can kick his leg, you can stick your hand out, you can do a lot of Gatame things to slow the person down. Anybody who trained with Taika, we all know this. The problem is that doesn't work, you still haven't caught his hand. So I did the video on catching, being good at a thing, the skill of seizing the hand, right? Not how to slow the person down to seize the hand, first just seizing the hand or the limb. Yes, I can slow him down with a kick to the leg, strike to the body, you can do a Gatame to slow him down, but we talked about the seizing of the hand. So he's coming out fast. Do I get your fingers? I get you? If I let it go?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So when he's pushing, we go. I can catch his hands that way. Okay. So it's caught. Now, when it's caught, the demonstration way was basically palm to palm. You grab his thumb, right, and you use your second hand, and then you twist. What you want to make sure you're doing is not cranking on your partners, because he's standing still. He's not pushing. He's not doing anything hard. You don't want to tear their wrist up, because then they won't want to do it. You don't get a lot of reps. So the key for this type of training is if he's going to be still and standing still, you want to see his knees buckle. So you want to see that. Okay, so what I like to do sometimes is let him get a good grip, squeeze and have me in a weak position, and see if I can overcome that by using the That's how I think you know you can do it in live action. Without, this is technical, but if you find where the weakness is and you try to set that up in the live action push, and that takes practice. So let's say squeeze. So I'm in a pretty bad position here. I want to overcome that. I try to find a way to make that not that way. It's one idea. So squeeze. He has me, he's countering that move, right? And I just change that. Am I cranking on you hard?
No.
Not blasting on. I'm not trying to overpower it, because if by chance I do it really well, where he relaxes, I'll hurt his wrist. He'll tear the tendons in there. You don't want to do that. So push. I'm catching his arm this way. There is no grab. Taika said that when the move is really done, that is this way, like Howbto. Okay, so there's actually no, this doesn't happen and this doesn't happen. So he showed, grab the thumb, he can't squeeze as hard, right? Okay. Then he said, okay, up on the fingers, he can't close his hand as hard. So there was a couple of different ways. Then he said, take the thumb, put it in his palm. Go ahead and try to squeeze. Feels a little weird, right?
Yes.
Try again. Even weirder.
Yes.
So when my thumb is in his palm, he can't squeeze his hand. Let's show that. Go ahead, close your hand. I feel it's hard for him to squeeze that way. So that this is the idea of how to weaken the hand. This is another idea of how to squeeze, how to weaken the hand. Okay. This is another idea of how to weaken the hand. I have his thumb this time. How do you do all of that in a live action push? Pretty tricky. All right. So the idea is if I have my hand up here, he can't close his fingers. That's one type of 2-ite action. So this one, and this one are done in different versions of the Higi Gatame idea. So the one type, so that example, this example, and this example. I'm going to show you two today. So the first one, when he's pushing, my hand, see, this catches up on the fingers. He can't close his fingers, he can't grab. There's nothing in the palm. He also said never meet palm to palm. Okay? And the other hand is here. This is my catching hand. I'm hooking him with that. So when he goes to push, see, that's where I have it. I caught him with that. This is my Howbto. The other version is when he comes out, when you come around this way, right? With the other version, the reverse version that he showed, come back on this side. This is the upside down one. So instead of coming on this side, it's coming on this side. And there was different ways that he did it. With this hand, he showed different parts. But when people demonstrated, it never felt the same as when he did it, okay? So I believe this one is where the thumb attack goes. So it's not this squeeze and this tight, don't help, okay? Tight squeeze.
Yeah.
Okay. It's different. So when he's pushing these motions, I have his thumb that time. So that's the other weakness that he showed. So the two ones I'm showing you now are So he can't squeeze his fingers closed. This is the first one. I catch that and make sure his fingers are caught there. So he can't do that. I can do that, catch full speed. And then the other one is same idea, but I'm going to go for that thumb when I come up this way on the outside. Okay. So this one, you can't go fast. I don't want to try to go first thumb here. See, I'm stuck in there. I catch it, but it's not a good position to be in. This one keeps me on the outside, puts this thumb in a weak position. Okay. See, I got the thumb already. This one, I have his fingers, so he can't close his hand. He has a sandwich grip if anything, but he doesn't get that crushing grip. So if this one is fine. You see his hand? That one's fine. You see it? Okay. That one's okay, no strength in that. So this one still is going to work. And again, when you freeze, go back. Grab it and feel it. You feel the energy, grab it and feel it. So you get it. If I stop, you get the squeeze.
Yes.
Now watch this here.
Yeah.
So many people say, not many people, but some people are saying it's the only nerve that you're attacking in the arm. Maybe so. But when he's pushing real fast, you don't get to emphasize that. You have to have an action that makes somebody tight. Have a buckle reaction. That's a reflex in his body. Is the ulnar nerve? Yeah, that's activated in there, but I believe there's other things happening. Tendons and the other things, and his fingers being bent back. It's not just the ulnar. There's a cumulative effect happening on the hand and on the arm, not just one little thing. None of the techniques are that way. Taika said vital spots, meaning it makes other things happen in the body. So if I'm going to go, okay, I'll take his ulnar nerve and push it over here. Yeah, I know his body doesn't like that when I push it towards the center line, towards his heart. But do that when he's pushing full speed. All right, catch his hand first. And so the key is, can you seize the limb? That's one training. Spend time seizing the hand, without the ateme. Then the other thing is to know the different types of weaknesses that you're going to do in certain positions, how you can catch that different position. So one, that's it. It's almost like Howbto, right?
Yes.
See the Howbto position? The other one comes up. It's also like Howbto, but it's just on the other side. Or it's this way, but my energy is going to this way. And I'm going to come down. Okay? I have the thumb on that one. So you practice slow motion. Catch it. I'm looking for this. I'm on the outside, so I know I want to hook that thumb. Right. And the other way, right? Sandwich grip.
Yep.
My hands here. This is the hand that makes the action, not this one. Tight. Watch. Tight. Okay, I'm trying to, like it says ulnar nerve, I'm trying to get his hand to bend back. I can't unless I release that. Okay. That has nothing to do with the nerve on that side. So he's pushing through, go ahead. I'm not trying to go bend this one back. I go this one. Release. Right? So that action is going to be off that hand that does that. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Okay.